Go mewn deich I bachart a gwael agus mar 100,000 fáilteisteach go TG4 ich de cédaim. Well má háilsib an chéad chlár gon tránú buildings beo a chorlathir ag an aisteoir aitheanta Carrie Crowley well tá fálanis an gláir sin ar Seinsos. Ach fós le heachtain seanocht tag an muintre bháile le chéile le breanú achrathú na coide a telefís sin crá a nacht ag leabhar héis itse. Ach yn ystirach y cwrsi gra, siad Clár faisnéise an fearsanta agus díra muid isteach an sir seo, an chéad sir dawn go difin y rinneadh Pósta Chomhionnas Pósta. Sehagaí Glacaim Leat in seo y TG4.
Le Business Post.
Yeah, fella kind of beat me. Man, is in your head. We man, you smash on you in our land, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I guess that I mean, oh my God, David, we're actually getting married. I guess I'm nish. No, I've kind of accepted the bad news, you know.
Everybody's in there now. What do we do?
We'll do a runner.
We'll do a runner.
Imagine David.
Your mum's outside, Sean, waiting on us.
Okay, well, let's do this, guys. I want you to go in like that, okay? Transmission. Don't hit anybody.
Ireland has become the first country in the world to bring in same-sex marriage by popular vote. 62% of voters have voted yes in the marriage referendum.
Gin 2015 bhuaigh sé gur béis seo an tam ceart chun rud ómhór ahrú.
David, are homosexuals sick people?
Ní hocula danne bheith éire, bhí sean iad na dlí, bhí sean iad an sochaí in a rotú fáis a níos.
You were battling prejudice, discrimination, dislike, even hatred.
I said, I want to start a thing called the Irish Gay Rights Movement. We're Irish, we're gay, we're looking for our human rights.
We want to build a world where all LGBT people can proudly be themselves.
Ní faoin fósa a bháin a bhí an Reifrinn ach faoi inglacacht an phobal LGBT támaidir fad mar chud an sochaí seo le chéile agus bechearcaimh Chomhionnas Éirinn.
Have you voted? If you haven't, I want you to leave the house now and go to vote.
How are you? Nice to have you.
I've brought him with me today.
My lovely grooms to be. How are you?
Alan, thank you.
Good. Well, listen, grab you both a seat. I'm going to go and grab your seats.
100%. This better fit.
Of course it will.
Oh, good.
I'm probably in this business almost 40 years. And I've dressed
royalty.
Numerous grooms for their wedding. So it is kind of exciting for me now to be the customer. I'm at the other side of the counter, as they say.
Tá sé marú brunglan John go ma hín seo. Híl mar hí go min Pósta in your híl. Mín táharin go dana give virtual le heile agus scór ma Jan here heile agus scór ma seo aniu agus yeah, tá sé. Tá muid dúil go mórlis.
The big reveal. Oh, wow. Look at you.
A mirror image. Look at me. Oh, fab.
What do you reckon?
That's a bit. It's lovely, David. I do like it. Oh, yes.
That looks great, John. It does. Do you feel like a groom?
I definitely feel like a groom.
Good.
It's become quite real now, the fact that, you know, just the suits are on and I'm seeing this and it's really going to happen. Because sometimes I've had to pinch myself and say, I'm actually getting married. Don't know if we leave her, just keep our hands down, will we?
Tá muid le heile nes 8 mbliana agus mas mó am a chaithintú le daine mas mó dearan go le gréis an sin. Tá gréim gom tá David sa dóin a bhil se le a heile, tá gréim gom dá sa dóin a bhil se le daine eile. Ní rud a bhain, ní hocail mar régur just rud a bhain, tá go dú rudaí ag David bhfuil me se an gréil lá agus beir bhfuil bailm smuitiú gur sin na tríthe céanna tugamsa nar dar David is smuitiú aramsa.
The Civil Partnership Bill will for the first time mean same-sex couples will be recognised as partners before the law, but it stops short of affording same-sex couples the right to marry.
This has always been about our fundamental right to marry just like any other couple. So said Catherine Zapponi and Anne-Louise Gilligan. They had argued that by refusing to recognise...
I remember one day when Catherine Zapponi and Anne-Louise Gilligan phoned me, having recognition for their marriage, which had taken place in the US, in Ireland, was really very important. And they said, we're taking off on a tour around Ireland because we're campaigning for marriage equality. And I said, you're what? And they said, yes, we want to build a movement around marriage equality. And they said, are you in? And I said, oh, I took a deep breath, gulp, gulp, card-carrying feminist. And I said, yes, totally. A very, very important step was the Constitutional Convention, which the government set up to, look at this matter very seriously. Should there be a referendum? Should we be allowed in to this hallowed institution? And the Constitutional Convention was composed of 66% of ordinary everyday voters and 33% politicians.
The 97 convention members in Malahide had voted overwhelmingly for constitutional reform.
By Reifrinn siúil an dara féad go bhfuilteanna, margheall fósa cóganéis in Éirinn, agus by daoine bhótáil cead a thabhairt do gach saoránach, conra ile pósa I dhéanamh, cuma más beirt nó beirt bhain iad.
Ní faoin fósa a bháin a bhí an Reifrinn ach faoi inglacacht an phobal LADT agus faoi ahrú a dhéanamh na drochordaí a bhí hééis tarlú fan mbliana fada táidir fad mar chud den sochaí seo le chéile agus becheart go mbeadh Chomhionnas Éirinn agus be an pósa is socha bailach a bháin le hééis sin a haspáint becheart go mbeadh aon duine in ann pósa cosú le héine eile chuma cén gnééis cléine atá acu. Mas léonn sé an Éirinn sin mothúcháin ag cuimhnú ina léhananta sin, na léhananta ile feachtasaíochta chomá leis an dara lás bheitid a mí bealtain agus an trí lás bheitid le chuann sé cuimhnú an fiú an popper bailóide breanú siar in a rudí seo, agus fiú ar na daoine, tá Éirinn sin daoine an seo agus chuann sé an Éirinn sin mothúcháin ar cé cho buíoch is atá mé do lehéid David Norris, Alva Smith, Brian Sheehan, Gráinne Healy, na daoine seo a chrid chódaí an dígur seach sin go bhhéiting se pósa, go bhhéiteach leis an Éirinn de cháirde pósa agus go bhhéitfí amachchan seo. Is cuimhnlumm I rith an Reifrinn daoine bheith teacht óna sé chundé ag cuidiú linn leis an bheachtasaíocht. Caigur sé dechar orthú breanú orine an sin leis an bhóta tá sin deimhlíon ó hin le rá inis gá uair síos an bmhóthar a tomáint gur féidir le lánún LADT pósa agus ní féidir linne an seo I mé first an átar be ach buich le dia ina dhé sin gur éirigh leis an bheachtasaíocht sin. Tá sé go deas just breanúir sin agus a rá hála sé agus támuid pósta le blian a nuas sin ar cuire banise fiú rudí den cinál sin beidir dúirtmó mar chud an óráid ag a manis gur rud é seo nar haghlaigh sí riamh a tharlóchtaí nach bhhéiteach sí riamh pósta agus chuir sé sin an Éirinn sin móchan ar roioine a bhí a láthair ag an manis mar níor hiic siad é sin go raibh annach chud daon bheasamór beidir nach bósamís riamh tuisc na dlithe a bhí ann agus nach raibh ann. Hey, go má. Ibriam go deonach le shout-out. Déanamid annach chud mar catharnacht beag góire an fuair lánaimsere le ruúán a gceannas agus tá ddíortha ar an ideichas. Sé sin ideichas a chur ar gcuoine óga dégóirí a scolaní agus daoine san anna dibre. Faoi conas is dócha takeíocht a léirú do gcuoine LADT.
Sií na tí léine atá gcuin.
Bei imimecht ómhór céileortha ar an deimhlíana don Chomhionnas Pósta arsúil agus bé mo choglaci ó shout-out ruúán ag caint ar an státe mar chuide sin. And this inscinna, so I think go mé na tíleinte seo fearhaftach, definitely, to show that we're like ton focus air and as inscinna.
Yeah, definitely
doing you mar agriocht, cínta agus rih brod agus gachrod mar sin.
Like the focus, Lisa, in terms of the speech is talking about why gender recognition is important and why it should be something that trans people are entitled to. So we've had gender recognition for 10 years, and what it just means is it gives trans people a bit of dignity and a bit of safety. It means that, like, if I travel abroad, that I'm not worrying that my passport has the wrong gender on it, or that a security guard might turn me away or might be violent towards me. Marriage equality is special because it's in the Constitution, and that can't be easily taken away. What we want in Ireland is to make sure that we can hold on to gender recognition.
It's not just good enough to talk about respect and, you know, measar, chéile agus gachrod. We actually need these laws and the legislation to protect people, and that's what marriage equality was about. It wasn't just because we wanted a day out to céile, you know, it was about actually having a piece of paper that puts you alongside other people in the eyes of the state.
Guests?
Yeah.
Follow.
There was plenty of guests, but we never bothered
Fell in
the men.
Yes, sin a bhirte go bhain sin. Well, Kevin, you got the relation of Wami?
Yes.
Do you remember that being taken?
Oh, yes, I do indeed.
I guess could you run Shivani Ioanish? Ro kosher more, big party.
Nero Gabby.
Could you run Shiv?
Hey?
Could you run Shiv?
I mean, she's fin your cup of tea, so walla. Saturday, Shani.
Is a granny? I guess I just Danik Tomahas the Holly.
Yes, she's.
I guess just she's no walla.
She's a walla.
You know, kosher more ago. No big party.
Not at all.
No.
You're right, I get a call at Tamsin. You're right, I get.
You're right, I get a give.
Nero.
Oh my goodness. I guess it's Josh ever me in the marriage, Josh ever honeymoon.
Not at all.
Yeah, hey.
No.
Jeez, all why. What was the attraction of Arrogate?
Tá má go sésta leis Seán agus David le pásu.
Tá luharart, ma jana go luharart.
Hey, níl luharam, but
Tá glar wami go weka me se wami. Se an jogla vi wami nar dut me sid nar a galu me hen agus David. Choi wami's job, vi to kill an shocker fe rail Na vi wami jana go me se go le egal. Na níl me se go le egal. Níl defer agus tá me geri sin an se da wami. Tá wami jana go se go le sean home.
No, níl me go le sean home.
Níl si go le sean home a bí. Níl, se an jogla vi art. But tu sesta. Tu sesta dúsa. You're happy for me.
Yes, by all means, yes. I'm into sesta, kense.
Agus tu ma hiúl she's na wal. You're giving me away. Yeah. Yes. Jerem's entrance of the Wami go in my Jenny show and she jarmat. Yes, Wami Kai to show you just walk down the aisle and just.
And what's Sean Baggett?
And me over.
Doing.
What the pee? Ian Wami rud big nervous and he hear him say he rud the yenu. She didn't she rud big and all that. But the gatra le var get na me.
Be.
Ni ve to kinu.
Ni
ve. That's good, yeah.
So it's going to be like an arch here. It's going to have big candles the whole way up.
Oh.
Lanterns.
There's going to be a runner down here.
There's going to be the cream carpet to match what's up here.
Right, okay.
And then I think the music would be good here for some reason.
Well, I presumed it was there, David.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's put it
there.
No. So if we have 200 people, so we could probably put them chairs a bit handier. Say now if we got 10, 1, 2, 3.
But Sean, I think for health and for fire and safety, you're going to have to leave a bit of space for that door.
Yeah, well, I understand that, David, but just for argument. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So you still need another 50 seats. Tá sé dalí go dtíar smuitiú go mé se lein daoine agus Virginia go suas agus bé se de friúil le agus ben seirbhís de friúil, ben leid de friúil, ben móthúhan de friúil agus tá me sé dúil go mór na daoine a bhésan seo líne agus ceiliúr dhéanúir an le. You know, a lot of our friends will be coming maybe they've never been to a gay wedding before.
Well, I have never been to a same-sex wedding. So this is my first. So.
Happy out?
I'm very happy, yeah.
Next time we'll be back, we'll be...
Yeah, we'll be in our suits. And
There'll be none of that.
There'll be none of that.
No, we'll stand out here.
I planned a surprise 50th birthday for Sean. I really wanted it as a surprise, and it was. But the last thing I was expecting that evening was for Sean to propose. We never spoke about marriage, we never did. So it was totally out of the blue.
David's from Strabane, but David loves it down here. He loves Ranna Fast. We work in different places. We're probably about an hour and 20 minutes apart. David will eventually move down and, well, please God, will retire here and live happily ever after. It's probably unusual that we never spoke about our marriage, but I knew that David loved me and I kind of liked him. So...
People have said to me, you know, marriage it's something that's, you know, you do feel it's like you're really cementing the relationship. And that's what I feel. It's like a security thing now that you know that relationship. I know not all marriages, but for me, you know, marriages now is for life. And I feel I will be with Sean the rest of my life, you know. So that's just maybe, it's like, I suppose, maybe security for
I think it is, yeah. You know, everybody goes through hard times. Everybody goes through, we don't know what's ahead of us, you know, and just to have that security of being able to speak to that one person who understands you 100% and just to have that one person who's willing to fight your corner. And I think it's just having that security, knowing that that'll always be there.
I was nervous about a referendum because a referendum is tremendous if you can win, but it is an absolute disaster if you lose.
Tommy, the kind of principle on Chomhionnas an ceartnig bert a thugan grádá chéile ina gadrih sail athtas Chomhionnan a áil óin stáit.
Look at what you're saying no to and look at what you could be saying yes to. Ask yourself, why would you say no? Or better still, why wouldn't you say yes?
Bhín feachtas a níiad na leasaige am an stochreacht a comáithir a bhaile.
Ar an géadal síos is críostaí mé.
Bhí búirt ar ghoine is dóilm an boga ón cinál sean éire sin. So bhí muid ag iarra athrú agus bhí búirt ar ghoine eile boga a ráig. Bhí sé scanrúil is socha, mar bhí go leor ag athrú ag an am sin, agus bhí daoine ag tosú ag labhairt amach faoin na cuasaí seo go hána oscailte.
Hopefully, I can see that the country that I grew up in and that I'm going to move back into accepts me and accepts every single citizen of this country so that everyone can have equal rights. That's it.
Bhí sé cho is socha suntasach sin agus cho loidir sin gur tháinig láúnacha agus daoine eile ar fud na tíre amach lena scéalta pársan de hain. Rud a bhí cho deachar le déanamh, rud nar cheart go méachar thu a dhéanamh. Agus a go leor gníomhathe eile ní rah spéis acu pósa iad hain, nó ní rah partnéir acu nó cibé rud. Ach a rís bhí siad a géirí go méach na cearta sin ag daoine ina bobal hain. Nó na daoine iontacha heterogenéisacha cis-inscnacha a bhí ag feachtasaí ag freisin. Bhí siad a géirí go méach Chomhionnan na saoin, go méach sochaí mar sin agan in Éirinn, go méach na cearta céine ag gachéine cuma céin gnééis céine taú. Agus sin an cinál rud a bhí a tastalú don tauchaí don na glúnta amachró an freisin.
Okay.
A movement begin sin be se go se haníle you know right you know that rubber simply and then shuffle it reached you know what I mean right. You know that bit of silly okay. But he get your yell at them and get the Arab Shemay man okay but you want to disco gallery at the stage and then with Jeremy Brendan okay ladies and gentlemen if you just sit there take a wee seat and then Higgling you David a bit of Lair and all that, you know, just pull him out so he doesn't know what's going on. Right. And then, because in Shinnig and Jeru, he had just first you know, blah, 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 and finish it. Yeah. It's hard to find, but get him off my mind. Okay. And if he happens to be free, I bet he wouldn't fancy me. That's too bad. Yeah.
You know, to Sean Len Crack, to David Len Crack, because. You know, dói bí gigglin Carla Shawani se had a bit with sesta shin and all.
Yeah. Agus ta harve go much commission dause. Varti Sean kiel session bag dause for a shul. And honest the David.
Yes. Na da hanig Sean so gunne in shock gujira. It's natural mujanish her scarch heart agus gearshar in your leg heart and tea gro scale and chartle hinche gadun. Gira ma maha sa char agus vi tasa shiram in shaw vi kujala vi shib Sean Rome agus jinsha devsha agus in shin gira mish maha sa char agus tucha tum shi Sean kujita gal kujita kanvaja agus tú sé dónal tá éire. Sa se Seán, Tás go hanna dúil tú éire. Agus tú sé go tíomhar an ar sin lom.
Tired of sleeping alone. Right, Genesis versa. Genesis versa. You do the verse.
Ón leis an a ré gur fu se faoise agus gur se go just mar bhí an a bhí se na gasarág, mar bhí an a bhí se ána í mbliana, you know, so Tá má 60 típa bart na Éirinne. Má 60 típa bart na Éirinne. Sin na Éirinne má millte 60 típa bart na níl se forest.
It's hard to find.
I can't get him off my mind.
Hate it sad. And to be free, I bet he wouldn't be happy. It's too bad.
Come with mine.
In my dreams, I had him blow something. Hag Mario gur ma dafel. Ví som gur rodin chat nach ro cart.
You know, good friends that says, you know, David, she thinks she might be gay. And I would have been like, oh my goodness, you're joking. And it really would have, inwardly, I've been so hurt and so annoyed about it and would have dwelled on it, you know.
Se go tugla an a feicil rud ar telefís agus na imagine ágaim de reáchtáladh agus bhí imagine tuirt dráhfuil ar ghaoine, tá go bhí imagine tuirt púf tá cenne mar an aim sin. Agus tá bhí imagine hín seomar gáil gur dúlaigh aber ABC I málar an na fearsin na éitin se nána gur a bher agus chai imagine mar ghaoine ág, chai imagine nuas ar sin. Agus chaim sin nuas ar fásta because ní rosamsa go dé mar
Ireland is the only sovereign EEC country to still retain criminal sanctions in law against homosexuality, with penalties from 10 years to life imprisonment. David, are homosexuals sick people?
No, indeed they're not. We're neither sick, ill, pathological, neurotic... When I was young, there was no mention whatever of homosexuality. It just didn't exist. I was sent to a psychiatrist who thought there was a problem with being gay and advised me to go to the south of France to live, you know, where he thought I'd fit in with the general atmosphere more. We survived the Danes, the Vikings, the Normans, the plantations, all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to be put out of my own bloody country just because I'm gay. No, I said, I want to start a thing called the Irish Gay Rights Movement. We're Irish, we're gay, we're looking for our human rights. Our long-term plans are to produce a productive, constructive social environment for homosexual men and women in Ireland.
David Norris, thank you very much.
Just want to welcome you all to this very special queer history walking tour of Dublin. We're going to go time travelling, hopefully sort of summing up some of the ghosts of the last 50 years of LGBT activism and socialisation in Ireland. Dublin Pride in 2008, I think 2009, asked me to do a tour as part of the festival. It was so well received. I mean, we had over 100 people on the tour that day. Brendan Courtney was, I remember being on it, my friend Brendan Courtney was on it, and he came up at one point, he whispered in my ear, he said, "This is almost as big as the first Dublin Pride parade." And we're having a great time strolling through Dublin. And I realised that there was just this hunger and curiosity from people. Step in, step in. I remember being in this bar, 1981, I would have been 20. In with my first boyfriend, and you know it's like you're in love for the first time, you're in your early 20s, and we're just holding hands in this bar called Five. It's now the Pellows, a strip club. We're just holding hands. We're not even kissing now. We're not, you know, we're doing nothing. We're just sort of there for the gig, holding hands, but being the glow of love. And after a few minutes, the manager comes over and says, "Out, I don't want your sort of people in here." And we had to leave. I was angry as hell, you can imagine it. And there was nothing we could do about it. Not only were we criminals, we were social outcasts, but he was actually in his rights if he wanted to discriminate against us because there was zero anti-discrimination legislation in place. In the 1980s, that building there became the George we know and love today. But when a group of people who are all bound by a commonality of oppression can access a place, we call them safe spaces, peer-mediated space, but when you can access a space where you feel comfortable to slough off the worst effects of your oppression, it makes you comfortable to actually imagine a better life for yourself. You can start those essential conversations about how you change your world.
Generating gay history. That must have been a Pride March. I've absolutely no idea when. And I don't know if I'm blowing bubbles or if I've got some kind of microphone in my hands. Gosh, this one makes me laugh. My goodness, I was young. Very cool shades, and I'm a woman's woman. Who gave me that placard? I don't know, but I was having a great time. You know, it's really interesting looking back on those years. Obviously, I was a lot younger. We were all a lot younger. They were very tough because you were battling prejudice, discrimination, dislike, even hatred. I had a lot of problems in my personal life. My daughter went to live with her dad. You know, there were huge difficulties if you had a family. So we were battling these really very difficult circumstances with so many people not being able to be out at all.
We've been brought up to believe that we've all got to be normal, so that if we do anything that's slightly abnormal, there's something wrong with us.
Hirschfeld Centre opened in 1979, and it was important because it was a significant resource containing a social centre, a discotheque, which made the money, of course, and a counselling service.
710608, tell a friend. Okay, how do you feel about yourself?
It was still illegal to be homosexual, plus there was a degree of self-oppression. People were afraid, ashamed to be seen going into the Hirschfeld Centre.
Maybe we could sort of work on first-name terms.
It's the first time probably he's ever talked to anybody about his sexuality. And that's the part that's the most frightening, is to come to accept it in yourself.
Nar a hanig me sin mátas an chead daine lór me se leis. Agus nar a hanig me sin níos an seás nar a forma cantlaat whom me se go jacal am bheith go hamlan fír dú héin agus na Roma na róglar am rodí ré agus betú gro sin níos fosig am rodí ré látsan a bhí na gur cheig tasa na tú me se teachtas agus nar a hanig me níos an seo agus ar ná formid go curdiúil an sin agus madú dú héin bhín cinál Gran cian agus a chracian agus
na samalaí cian. Smáil láat sa plán dí agus gara daracht agus me se dói héarna. Smáil láat sa in lai agus farmaracht agus ala agus smáil amsa sin fásta. Smáil linne
fer. Vítas an na chodú mell sin agmas a bhí mar do bháis, siad bháis éire rom a Rio. Ige, agus a chrac, agus ma dú héna chodjachta.
Cén ácal bhain na bhfuil dúlagams an na husband. Ní mail amsan, Jeisir amsan facal an éile céile, seo ma chéile, seo ma lewadar, agus cáru Jeremy seo is my better half, na rud an
my life partner, na rud an
Marim gur muid níos leis an áclar sin na méla agus gur seach a ceangailte agan le fer agus wife and husband. So my Helian sugar husband gur mission wife agus new wife have been mission. That's got the doishin. Na du mission big fes in yes near on a dravas agus dini cahunuas agus debber mission in chat taverne agus vi dini area dini bachta area sich antrag so dini cahunuas who are fad resh goroshadera agus cholomish na fakle legalier ni mailum yad recha chlonia poof chlonia a and the rod agus sissy or skal agus cholatu a hand rod ach Charfa gur as crachan in talager aram and shinachur mission college ta coming with a ganka chance ga han nu maf quick blians fee extra lam what are you keeping yourself for agus go ma agus point soltas the heel raham with your ma agus tá cyfne agumsa na bhí ma mwy mar sceart am le clia, bhíine gur isteach dína clubban agus waihima an cheadúr a riamh gurún ilfagal hart an machar.
Sinna dafar ní roisin agumsa. Sé. Agus ní da harfa gur me se betir scorga le blian ar hanig ma. So nar hanig me se má bhra ní rón taí sin agum ní hama río ag in na clubban ní sinna ní roisin a río agum agus sinna me se cinál cailte a húní ís ran na fearste agus talm hen go ní minis ceit sin rahama. Vís agum nar go le gal balla.
Sé. Go dé blian is a má seán?
O, ie, fihe bliana hwn i brain.
Wel, fihe bliana?
Ie, fihe bliana hwn. So gyda'r chyrna gael as y cwyd.
So sy'n fihe bliana nes, tas yn ei choler astir inta môr agus astir inta fad agus tatŵn sy'n eich nes gwyl tu chacht gydji pwynch melchna jazz. Ta cyfnion gwrs ar le ma wan se. Choci a hamnele fian a fi o gyd, nyr fi tu bygad y fflesh, nyr fi dy iegar, chico sia ligalir yma ar y la, because short a release valve melchana dychanish Apostle David agus Bert Nishta Shinyui, ha?
Senator David Norris won a victory in the European Court, ensuring that the government must change the law which makes homosexual acts criminal.
I feel entitled to make my contribution, to be treated as an equal citizen. The law was a reproach. It's a shame. And it has been determined to be there by the most senior human rights court in the world.
Well, we very nearly weren't successful in Europe. We won by one vote, with the Irish judge voting against us. Well, I was disgusted with the Irish judge, of course. But when we won the case, I was delighted. I felt I was part of my own country, a full citizen of Ireland.
You know, David, such a splendid man, really did a lot for us. Legal at last. When you think about it, that, you know, from one day to the next, and one day you're illegal and what you do is a criminal offence, and the next day, suddenly, you're not. It was as if there was this iron collar or grip being removed from my neck, as if the state had its hands around my neck. And I think a lot of lesbian and gay people, and probably trans people too, felt that at the time. Even though decriminalisation was technically about male homosexuality, it was nonetheless a liberation for all of us.
What did really change fundamentally in 1993 was wider Irish public's perception of its sexual minorities. Making sure that things that happened to me, like in 1981, where I was kicked out of that bar, would never happen again. The story of modern Ireland is the story of LGBT liberation, you know, because what is it? It's not just about us sort of finding our voice and taking a rightful place at the centre of Irish society. It's about Irish society finding its compassion and its sense of social justice, you know, and its modernity, and that's really important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And see you for Pride. But one of the things that's always driven my sense of social justice is just seeing other people hurting. You can't ignore it, you know, and I just feel it's incumbent on all of us in whatever roles we have in society to just be mindful of that. Be mindful that there's somebody on the other step of the ladder underneath us trying to climb up, and then we need to put out the hands to help them. That's what building a better society is about.
Tá go dá é chéileire, mbliana, an graded to é?
No, ní graded for curved.
Hello, folks. Thanks all for coming out in the rain. 10 years ago, we voted yes to marriage equality, and that day we all felt a lot prouder to be Irish. Also, 10 years ago, a few months later, the Gender Recognition Act went through the Dáil in Ireland. And this year, we're going to take the opportunity to celebrate that, just as we're celebrating marriage equality. Gender recognition is...
Mbliana araig inis farir nasam gwil galore céimena glacha agan sheer ó heh in glachachta de ó heh massa do bhionlig éagsúla an pobl LGBT mar chud de sin Tá rhetoric agus caint uafásach a muhin sin I measc polytóirí timpeall na cruinne, I measc dína óga, clisiimiid focail nar chualamid le fada I gcuine dína LADT.
So we want to make sure that we can protect Irish communities, that we can celebrate the recognition that we have. And we also want to remember...
Tá mar rud é gra isaghain in 2015 cá méimiis inis in 2025 ní dólam go méimiis sásta leis. Ní dólam go méimiis sásta go bhfuil na listí mór a feitheamh ag dína trasintcnacha sa tír seo.
Trans young people do not have the right to access legal gender recognition, and that is not making them safe in their schools or in their lives.
Níl cearta ag mórlach páistí na tíre seo le tiismthirí LADT, agus nílach tiismthir amháin testas brethe mórlach na báistí do bhína LADT sa tír seo.
You okay? Whee! Yay! 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 You did it! You did it!
How are you?
Yeah, long time no see.
Hi, Ali.
Okay, go.
So is socha I bhád solar fós mé héin agus mó bhí mar smuoineh faoi chláán a bheith agan hastig gwen páistí bheith agan mar sin fiú rivan manis bhí mar ghlacha na céad céimeaní chun páistí bheith agan tríd an gcomharlais tarthúlachta nó IVF. So tá muid I leor an comharlais faoi láthair. Cean na cúiseanna ar fósamar ná chun tuile sort cosanna a thabhairt dar glan amachchan seo go méimiis cosanta ag an dlí agus cosúil in Éirinn nach dogann sé sin aon cheo duit a bheith pósta.
There wouldn't be a post that I would put up with my wife and I and our 3 kids where I wouldn't get some sort of commentary around where's the dad, those poor kids, you're a child abuser.
Wow.
You shouldn't have to think about it. You shouldn't have to worry, oh, hang on, if I conceive in this way with this person, are we actually both going to be allowed to parent this child? No one should have to think about that.
What legal hoops will we have to jump through?
In the north, you're almost better off to be up in the north, to be honest, as a same-sex parent.
Which would shock some people
I know.
when we compare marriage rights. And
Absolutely. In the north, if you are married, doesn't matter what way your child comes into your family, you're both equal parents. So in the south, the law that came in 2020 means that if you meet all the criteria, if you tick the boxes, you follow the pathway that has been set out in the legislation, you go to an Irish clinic, you use an identifiable donor, and your child is born in Ireland, if you do all those things and you're a same-sex female couple, you can both be equal parents from birth. If you go abroad for treatment and have treatment in another fertility clinic outside of the country, you're not covered. If your child is born outside of Ireland, you're not covered. And if you do a non-clinical insemination, so who doesn't go to a fertility clinic, many same-sex couples, it's a really common pathway for people to grow their families in that way.
It's affordable as well.
It's affordable. I would estimate it's at least 55–60% of people are still left out, like a huge majority.
Everything has to be done in a certain way in order for myself and my wife to be on the birth cert. And you often see in our WhatsApp groups and our Facebook groups, you see parents struggling with, well, you know, am I going to be okay here? If I travel abroad, something simple like people talk about going on a baby moon. If you go on a baby moon and you have your baby abroad, even if you fit all the other boxes.
You have to really know what you're doing. Everything is, come here, baby, come here, come here. Do you want to come up?
He's annoyed as well.
Yeah, well, you should be annoyed, Ali.
Yeah.
Even if you do everything by the book, and then you look at like a heterosexual couple, and there's none of that. There's no questions. There's no, hang on, where was it? When was it? What position were you in? What room? What, were you at home? Were you in a clinic? Were you in the country? Were you know, there's none of that. It is just a presumption of parentage, and I think that's one of the things that annoys me the most because of marriage equality. Because we have marriage equality, but we do not have equal marriage, because my marriage is not the same as that of a man and a woman, because within a marriage of a man and a woman, there is a presumption of parentage, and we do not have that.
Here we are. Sharish, award-winning jewelers. Good choice.
These are the rings here now, gents.
Okay. Which one's mine?
The bigger one's yours.
No, the smaller one, I think, is it? I think, yeah. Is that yours too?
That's my one, yeah.
Perfect. And mine's is a bit tight.
I think mine's is a wee bit loose to you.
Maybe swap it around.
Maybe swap it around. Maybe with the wrong ones. We've got the wrong. We've got the wrong. Tá mas smíitiún is ar a le mór agus a hanaine a ré am Seánta de Pósta is agus na deasar rud é go jiglinn i ré is go a bhar tugann Pósta agus go le simbol sin agann de gailta a hanaine.
Obviously, I love the guy, and I'm just all excited now for the big day as well, and just seeing it all that preparation and all the planning come together and celebrate, as I say, a day that we'd never thought in our lives would ever happen.
As what do you call her? What do you call the singer that does that? If you love me or you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. That song keeps popping into my head. Beyonce. Right. Yes.
So it all comes down to today. Thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of man hours, volunteer hours, and hundreds of thousands of conversations all come down to today.
Éirinn lá sin an dar lá is fihead de bhí bealtaine lá Harbh speisialta bhí ann lán le mothúchan is dócha mar bhí muid tíirseach tréite a bheith feachtasaíocht lá an aigen lé. Ag dearad feachtas ní féidir leat aon rud a dhéanamh ach dul amach tú hain agus bóta a chahabh.
What we're asking you to do now for the next 3 hours, I want you to pick up the phone, I want you to ring your family and your friends, and I want you to say, have you voted? If you haven't, I want you to leave the house now and go to vote.
Tá rud Harbh speisialta domsa agus do golóirdíine dolasteach agus an ceart sin an ceart déanamh sin a úsáid agus dul vóta páirsan a hain a chahabh. Ní lenach vóta bháin ach déanann gach aon vóta differ.
When I came in, I think what I remember most vividly is the sound. It was just like a hum. And you could feel it hopping off the four walls of this magnificent courtyard. A big stage up there, and there was a big screen up on the corner up there where the results would come in from the counties. You know, just that whole sense of culmination of such a long campaign of so many years, and then thinking back to all of the years of hardship and struggle, LGBTIQ people all waiting for this referendum result, that we had got it to the point of actually having a vote on is it okay to be gay, basically. There's always that little doubt, suppose something didn't work out right, so you really are on tenterhooks.
I'm feeling really well. I think I'm the happiest man in the world this morning. I thought my nerves would have been wrecked, but they're not. Actually, I feel quite calm and relaxed. All the work's done now, so I can't do any more. Only marry this guy now, put the ring on him, and that's it.
So if I put one in and see if you're comfortable with it, and I'll try and match the other.
I should just say, is it straight? But Sean always says we don't do straight.
That's it again.
Each other. Smile at each other.
Oh, yes. Does it cost a little?
Lovely.
Fine men, too, fine men.
Mommy, over. Right, David, get in there. Come on, cuddles tight. No, wait, cuddles it right. Both of you look at Mum. Good. Good, lovely. Noses into her cheek, just go on. Good. Right, and look at me, everyone now.
Good.
Crease out tight at it.
Robot.
Yeah.
When you go down and get your glad ranks on.
Thank you.
Le inta mór den seile aniu. Tím gréad ar bartear. Gré mór ar a bharse acu. Tá go dúir daoine nach huair seansa riamh le special de seo a bheith acu agus gré de chéile a ógairt a scór pobl agus teile agus tan bharse acu foiile de sinna aniu.
Let's do this, guys. Go up there. Wave it up and down.
The day when we gather to watch Sean and David join together in marriage and reach one of life's true landmarks as they embark upon their next chapter together. A joyful marriage is never being too old to hold hands, remembering to say, I love you, never going to sleep angry and at no time taking the other for granted. So let your courtship not end with your honeymoon, but continue throughout all the years. Above all, remember that your love for each other will prevail. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my husband.
The provisional result of the referendum held yesterday on the proposal in the 34th Amendment of the Constitution Marriage Equality Bill is as follows. Líon mbliana vótaí a tathú, milliún, 9,000
David, do you take Sean in marriage to be your husband, to share your life as your friend, your love, your companion, to grow together in spirit and in truth, and forsaking all others?
I do.
And do you, Sean, take David in marriage to be your husband, to share your life as your friend, your love, and your companion, to grow together in spirit and in truth, and forsaking all others?
I do.
Líon vótaí a bhábhair cóbra, milliún, 2,100,000
John and David have declared before us they will live together in marriage. They've symbolised it by joining hands, taking vows and exchanging rings. So therefore, I have the very great pleasure of presenting to you all David agus Sean as husbands.
Ireland has become the first country in the world to bring in same-sex marriage by popular vote. 62% of voters have voted yes.
Fanach le fadan is don fógracht don náisio 60 bliain ar fad. Dáhad bhí mé bin an trí, agus an 3 bliain in the dhéag sin bhí mé mar Seránach de dara le bhéil. So it's iontas an lá is ar fad.
We've come so far since, like, you know, the scared little 15-year-olds. Like, we've accepted the LGBTQ community home by popular vote, which has never happened in the world, and that's amazing.
It's only a simple change. It just means that two people who love each other will now be able to get married, and they'll be recognised by our constitution. That's simple. That's all that it means. You know, there isn't going to be a big revolution. The sky is not going to fall in. The sun came out today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's 10 years this year in Ireland that people can get married and people can celebrate their love and celebrate their yeah, thank you. Yeah. And we're delighted to be able to stand here today and celebrate our love with our family and our friends. Thank you all. Gur mila maithagaibh. And just a wee word to the ladies. I know there may be a lot of single ladies here tonight. You'll probably have a lot of drink. You'll probably have a lot of alcohol. You may see somebody you like. You may waltz up to them. You may get a knockback. It's not you, it's him, okay? Just bear that in mind.
the only thing that I'm like.
Rod Sunna.
Lisa. Rod Sunna. How are you keeping?
Rod.
Yeah. It's
Grand Marshal.
a lot more, huh?
A lot more.
And so it's an exciting Pride for you. You're not alone today.
It's really special, different kind of pride, you know. It's like tá sé éagsúil, tá sé difriúil, mar níl méid smíonna fuam hain amháin agus faoin ar cóide, tá méid smíonna faoi like machnamhach éireach inis a bheith difriúil agus smíonna faoi beidir páistí mbliana sipuin.
Like next year they'll all be with you.
Yeah.
They'll be here in your arms or one big pram.
Tá mé inis ag súil le cúpla sin burt fáistí, so ahrú olmhór dar saoilte. Agus rud a churann mé smaoinemh go mór faoin bubble seo, geméin páistí seo mar chuid den phobal sin. Tá mis mar chud de margheallar an rá, bei siad san mar chud de margheallar na tiismhairí atá acu. Nach míon na cearta do chlána LADT, do riine an bubble a rain, nach míon siad sort sánahan sin, nach míon siad sábháilte i gcónaí, so tá níos mó bura is dócha ag smaoine faoi hauchaí ar chláán.
Okay, folks, I think we're on the move.
Masan go dtí mid ar fad inis nár tháinig deireadh leis an trid ar son cearta LADT in 2015. Beidir gur shielmuid é sin ar feadh bliain nó go, gur shielmuid gur tír iomlán éagsúil nua a bhí ann, agus bhí ar bailí. Ach tuige mid inis na bearnaí atá fós ann. Tá dína nua tacht amach in ar bubble le féinúlachtaí nach raibh agan fithe bliain ó hin. Tá an irid sin gnéad an phobal ar cheart níos mó cosint agus níos mó takeíocht a thuirstómh.
A shout out, our mission is to deliver LGBT inclusion through education and allyship. We want to build a world where all LGBT people can fully and proudly be themselves. And we need our government to act on trans healthcare. Our community cannot wait 10 years for healthcare. Our young people demand...
Leanan an trid go mór a raig, agus lean sé raig, níor stop sé riamh ó 2015, ribh sin, an ia sin, ní stopan sé inniu, ní stopi sé an mórach, ní stopi sé I gceann deithlíonn in I dóileán. Go leor fós le buinteach ag an bubble LADT, ag mionlaigh éagsúla, a gcuine ar fad. Ach ag an am chéine, caimid leanúnta raig ag ceilire, caimid smaoine faoin dóchas a bhí agan in 2015, gur féidirlinn rudaí an ahrú.
Le Business Post.
Tá an muintir bháile le chéile le breanú ar achrathúna coide ar crá.